I'm grown up in a musical family. I was born in a house full of drums and all of my dad's students coming to learn tombak and like other percussion. My dad is a famous percussion master, Naghmeh Farahmand in Iran, and so I was like looking all the great musicians and masters coming to our house practicing. So that's how I was so inspired. And also the way my dad taught tombak to me, it was because he was my dad, it was more than like a relation between a master and student. It was I think he taught music to me with full of love. When I was in Iran, because we have a lot of great percussionists, great tombak and daf players in Iran, and I was always inspired by, especially by the percussionists who were so creative, and they went beyond the rules of traditional ways of playing tombak, and also when I came to Canada, when I immigrated here. I got to see great Canadian percussionists and also around the world that they combined all various kind of percussion, and not only just playing one, and then they also try to make some new grooves and new rhythms with the combination of different sounds of different percussion. When I play percussion, it makes me feel more power and confidence inside, and also I think the way that you play percussion with your hands on the skin, and you can touch the skin and play it, it's like, especially the natural skin, it's like a conversation with your drum. It's like, and it's very easy, it's very useful and easy to express your feeling out with your drum. Before I thought that the ideal performance is, I'm talking about tombak or daf percussion, is something that you should never do any mistake. It should be very technical, and I mean technically and rhythmically it should be in the right way, and in the rules and what masters have taught you. But and I was always looking at my performances if something is wrong or something is missing, and but after after years, and especially after I moved to Canada, I felt I was more close to myself. And to me, now a great and ideal performance is when you're more close to your emotions and feeling, and you can express it, and also out of those boundaries of rhythms and techniques, you can show what is inside you, and you become one with your instrument. I'm actually living with music, like every day, with rehearsals or concerts or teaching. So I'm listening to music all the time. Normally I listen to classical music and traditional music, not only Iranian, also like Indian music. I think it's really good, like a food for soul. But when I want to get more happy and active, I would listen to pop music. I love it. Actually, I teach, there are different styles of teaching. We have private lessons, we have like workshops, and also drum circles. And in all of them, when I see people's interests in learning music, it makes me more inspired to continue what I'm doing. And also, actually, drumming circles and workshops are more fun, but I also prefer the private lessons because it's like I'm reviewing what I learned before, which is also great for me. And also, people have different ways to learn, so you should find how to communicate with them. You get to know them more. And also sometimes I see creative students which I can also learn from them. All of them make me happy. I'm doing a lot of projects with great musicians here. I normally work with Mariam Thaler, who is a great Egyptian Canadian singer in Canada, and a lot of projects. But to me, the highlights is first of all is I'm experiencing for the first time working with TOEFL music. It's the first time I'm working with a big orchestra. Very excited about this. And also my DAF instructional DVD is releasing. I recorded it last year in Berlin, and now it's releasing. It's a 2 hours lesson for DAF, Persian DAF, all the Persian rhythms. Also, I'm writing a book for the pieces which I composed for tombak and DAF. So these are the projects. I'm in the middle of doing them. I think they're happier first, and they're more active, spicy, and more crazy in a good way. Yeah, I really experienced this when I came to Canada. I didn't speak much English. I mean, I learned English in Iran, but learning English is different than like living in the place where all people speaking English. So, but I had like a lot of musician friends and a lot of rehearsals and concerts with people, not only Canadians but also with different cultures. But I think the only way I could speak to them and we could be connected was music.